We're headed down to southern Utah to the Navajo Reservation to talk about gynecological cancers. The stigma still exists, but that's what this program is about and what we're trying to change.
When you came into Montezuma Creek, it's a tiny little place, so you probably just saw a gas station and 2 schools and maybe 20 houses. But then you see the parking lot, and you see it's packed. And then you see the numbers of patients we see. The Navajo Nation, we're the largest geographically in America. And we have the largest number of Native Americans living on the reservations, but it's really spread out. So the only way you can really get a sense of how many people live here is to fly over at night. You can see, there's just lights everywhere.
To receive care, to see a health provider, you have to drive maybe 30 minutes for some families. For other families, it could be a day trip just to see a doctor.
They travel quite a ways, miles and miles. Some people, they do not have transportation to come to the clinic to get their services, so they have to hitchhike or to bum rides off of people. And we do not have a transportation system like a bus system.
On the educational part of it, the wording, when you're interpreting English to Navajo, there's words that don't even exist. In the old days, this wasn't known in our culture.
If you didn't see cancer or you didn't feel cancer, how are you going to explain it?
Navajo is more descriptive. So cancer, you describe it as an infection that doesn't heal, that cannot be healed.
We have no one who says the word cancer to anyone.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter of population perception. Mm-hmm. You see a Native American, you think diabetes. And what it needs to be is you see a woman, you think gynecologic cancer.
We do a lot for diabetes here on the reservation. We have videos that are in Navajo. They're starting commercials that are in Navajo, so they put it on KTNN. And we need to do those commercials in Navajo for breast cancer, colonoscopy, pap smears.
We don't talk about cancer because we don't treat cancer. Because you treat cancer. Huntsman treats cancer.
But you find it.
Yeah. We find it and we say goodbye. Go to Huntsman. You're sent away. Because we can't do anything for you. So you are an outsider when you get one of these diagnoses because you don't receive your care here. Providers, staff, patients, they need to see it as our problem.
Unfortunately, all those interactions between education, law, local environment, etc., really impact the health of the people.
15 years ago, I had a young woman, and she started telling me her story, and she is a gynecological cancer survivor. And I listened, and when she was done, I said, Karen, you need to tell your story. And you need to tell your story by putting your face out there.
I didn't hesitate to share my story. When it came to cancer, we really didn't know anything because it wasn't talked about. There was a lot of difficulty on so many levels. Besides physically, there was emotionally, mentally, financially, spiritually.
A lot of times patients will rely sometimes mostly on their family and also on traditional ceremonies. If there's something wrong, even before they come in, sometimes they've already seen a medicine man. If they're using traditional medicine, they will do that. And that's their form of support group because the medicine man will talk to them.
This one here, we call it the Lifeway Ceremonial Gorge. This is the one that you use for people that have cancers.
I counsel people. And then the other thing is that I tell stories about the old ways, how it relates back into some of the teachings about recovery and healing.
There's another aspect that was very hard to deal with, and that was not being able to be with your family like you were before. And that's when the spirit suffered a little. But then it was the family and the spirit that came together that was making everything strong.
To share how you're affected by our healthcare system, by cancer, is very necessary.
None of us do this alone. People will carry your story. People will try and make a difference.
As long as I'm able to, I'll share and help in any way I can. It's something, with everything I've been through, I can't hide it. I can't hide it, so it's got to be out in the open so we can do something about it.